Good day, good day. We are back. Today we are going to look at another video from Coffeezilla about the Libra scam. So this is an update video. I don't really know what's going on here. I saw the first one. It was quite interesting. I thought it was really well done. Personally, for me though, for Libra, I mean, if you're unaware of what's going on, Libra was a token that was launched. It was supposed to represent Argentina. The president of Argentina was supposed to be backing the token. What was his name? Javier Milei. So that freaking pumped. He gave some sort of acknowledgement that he supported the token, and then it just dumped hard, basically. And people lost a crap ton of money. I think there was maybe $360 million lost in that token within 24 hours or 48 hours. It was super, super fast. For me, though, it's like, if you play the meme coin game, you're playing the meme coin game. You can make $1 million in a week. You can lose $1 million in a week. This is how it is. Like, people are just freaking out because they put too much money in and they freaking lost it. So I'm aware of the trenches. This is just kind of how the game is. So it's a little annoying to me how much people are crying, or they really think that this is not all insider. Like, if you're not an insider, you're at a disadvantage to this game. If you don't want to play the cult meme coin game, if you want to play the PvP high addictive gambling game, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose big often. You're going to win big too sometimes. But for me, I'm a cold coin kind of guy. I prefer to find a coin that I believe in and promote it, like Most Elegant Monkey Ever, ticker meme, best meme coin there is. So this is not really my style. Not something I venture into. But so there was a young man who was kind of represented the peak of the scamming, which was Hayden Davis. There's news that he killed himself. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm seeing conflicting stories, but he did a report with Coffeezilla and many other people. He's done a lot of interviews in the past. And so, yeah, let's see what's going on next with Coffee.
Argentina launched a meme coin through their president Javier Milei, or at least that's what people thought. Now there are currently accusations of scams, insider trading, and the president of Argentina may be charged with fraud and faces possible impeachment.
Yeah, so Javier might be getting in trouble for this. He was supposed to do 3 videos, apparently. This is what Hayden, this guy over here, Hayden said was going to happen. Javier was supposed to do 3 videos promoting the coin. He did one kind of tweet or something. And when it was time to do the second, he did not do that at all. And that's kind of the beginning of the dump. Apparently, Hayden never communicated directly with Javier. He communicated with the middleman, but I don't know. And he also brought up some information about like insiders getting coins sent to them before the coin launch. So there was just, of course it's a rigged game. Of course it's a rigged game.
I'm here to break down what happened because I got insider access to the real story. I even got offered control of the missing $100 million plus that was made in ill-gotten gains.
Right. So after the coin dumped, Hayden had access to $100 million that he was in control over. And he was trying to figure out what to do to make this the smoothest transition or the fairest way to handle this. I believe it was like 125 million, because he had 100 million worth of direct sales of the token. Then he had liquidity fees and something else, but it ended up being more than 100 million. And Hayden was trying to figure out, hey, do I just use the 100 million to buy the Libra token and pump the price? Do I refund it somehow? What do I do with this? And I guess Coffee has that money now, which is kind of cool.
Welcome back to the $10 million studio. Our story starts on February 14th, 2025. Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, tweeted about a meme coin called Libra. The details at first were sparse. Quote, liberal Argentina grows. This private project will focus on encouraging growth of the Argentine economy, funding small businesses and Argentine adventures. The world wants to invest in Argentina. And it linked to a website which...
So that was the original post. And that is what created like hype. People that were in the trenches, in the meme coin trenches, they were like, holy shit, this is backed by the president. This is the big thing.
Called it a token with purpose, where 50% of the tokens were allocated to Argentina growth. And I'll admit, it sounds nice. However, as the price skyrocketed to billions of dollars in market cap, people got worried because there appeared to be insider trading. And that's when Javier Milei suddenly deleted his tweet, saying he, quote, obviously has no connection with the project, and, quote, I was not aware of the details of the project. Understandably, the price crashed after this, but in the rubble, people discovered that the team responsible for launching the token may have walked away with over $100 million being taken out of the liquidity pool, meaning they may have gotten rich. Well,
I forgot to mention too that Jaden or Hayden, he was also involved with the Melania Trump coin too, and was like an early sniper of that. So it's just kind of really connecting a lot of big projects and insiders, this particular rug pull that happened, or the particular dump, not necessarily a rug.
Everyone else got rugged. It was about this time I began to investigate, and I got an anonymous phone call from someone who claimed to know where this all started. Tech Forum Argentina, which was an event where you could pay as a blockchain company to be a sponsor. According to a source who was there and paid for it, part of it included a meet and greet with Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. This person was excited, but disappointed to find out that once they got there, they were invited to sign an even more expensive contract where two of the guys who ran the event, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy, were going to basically advise you on how to have blockchain technology in Argentina. Basically, they got you access to Milei. The person I spoke to did not pay for it. Someone who did was Kip Protocol. And the strategic partner of Tech Forum in 2025 is Kelsier. Both of those companies are going to be extremely...
Okay, this is interesting because I've been hearing a lot on about Kip Protocol on Twitter the last 24 hours, but I didn't understand. I didn't realize they were tied in.
And the people who run them are called Julian Pay and Hayden Davis. Pretty soon, a plan was hatched between Mauricio, Manuel from Tech Forum Argentina, and Julian and Hayden to launch a project together. It was going to be called Libra and support the Argentinian economy. And President Milei agreed to tweet about it. The division of labor was basically that Mauricio and Manuel were the connection, it seems, Hayden was handling the launch of the token, and Julian was going to set up a company to distribute the funds to Argentinian businesses. Of course, they never got that far because 24 hours after the launch of this coin, the president of Argentina was being called a scammer, and I got a message on my phone that I didn't expect. Hi, Coffeezilla. I'd like to talk with you about the Milei launch. I was heavily responsible for it. Wow. The initials of the person were HD. I'm guessing Hayden Davis, but I couldn't be sure. So I asked for a selfie to confirm his identity, and I did cross-reference it with his photo with Milei, where Milei said he was a crypto advisor. It was indeed the same person who launched the coin. Hayden explained that he'd like to execute a plan and needed my help. He said Milei and his team basically botched it. And quote, I'd like to sit down and make sure all the money that they took out gets back into people's hands correctly. Every dollar. Let me know if you'd like to interview and discuss in person. Now, I was confused why he needed me in person exactly. And he explained, I'm happy to go live on an interview pending we chat beforehand. I'll even show you all the wallets pumped back into the chart live if you want. He had over $100 million in what he called multi-sigs, which require 2 or more people to sign on every transaction. I asked, well, who else is a signer? And he replied, quote, just me. He said, I want to do it alongside you. All I care about is knowing it's in safe hands. I don't mind turning the keys over or adding you to the multi-sigs. Translation, he wants to hand over his $100 million problem into my control. And I was thinking to myself, of course, hell no. You're not going to pass me your nightmare.
Right.
Of course, I did say that we should talk because
So Hayden's been getting a lot of death threats, of course, and death threats from his family as well. So in the first interview, he just was, he's just like, I don't want to die. I don't want my family to die. I don't want this money.
I had seen his recent public response, and it didn't really go so well. In it, Hayden put forth his plan, where instead of trying to refund people with the $100 million he had a different idea.
What happened with Libra, I think there's many things I could say.
Why did he dress like that? What is that dress, man? It just makes you look like an elite. It's not the proper attire for this sort of apologetic video.
There's only certain elements that I could control.
You look like a World Economic Forum or something.
According to plan, but I think addressing the elephant in the room, which is in the next 24, 48 hours, and unless somebody has a better idea, any funds that I've been able to get back in my possession from all the parties involved, I intend to put right back into the chart and either burn or lock on the liquidity side.
Right. He wants to put the money back into Libra, But this kind of creates the same problems where it's like, okay, well, this just benefits insiders and people who have tons of the token. But after watching this, I was also concerned with a different problem. See, myself and the research firm Bubble Maps had been doing a lot of work tracking Melania coin for a while. Yes, the US president's wife. She had launched a coin, and we were concerned that the same wallet which launched that seemed to have also launched Libra. Even worse, they had both been sniped by the same person who created the tokens, or the same network of wallets. Now, if you don't know what sniping is, it's where you buy a coin earlier than anyone else at cheaper prices. Usually, you know something in advance. And not only did these connected wallets buy Melania and Libra coins early, they also sold those coins early.
Sniping would be like when the coin was created, you bought within like the first 5 seconds or first 10 seconds or something. Or when a coin migrates from pump fund to radium, you're buying right at the migration moment. So you're just basically, you're buying at launch and then selling as pretty damn fast.
For millions in profits. So now, not only was I being offered control of $100+ million from the guy who launched Argentina's coin, apparently he also launched Melania Trump's coin, possibly sniped those coins, and also sold them for millions of dollars. But, you know, I realized it's not enough to just have blockchain evidence. There's only one way to really know for sure. I'd have to confront Hayden directly. But given his massive legal issues that may be on the horizon, I figured there's no way he would take a call with me, though. Right? But if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons.
Yep, I was wrong. He did agree to get on a call for an hour where he admitted to sniping Libra token and Melania token, later saying, though, it wasn't him directly, it may have been someone else on his team.
Most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in, right? So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes.
However, I then...
So his logic was that we're sniping before the snipers so we can protect the coin price. We don't want the other snipers to get in first so that they're going to dump the price and kill the chart. We're sniping so we can hold the coins, manage them properly, and I guess dump at a more staggered level or a more responsible level. Maybe he would phrase it that way.
Got an interview with another insider in these coins who says that Hayden does snipe tokens personally. How does he know? Well, he claims he's seen it before. He was in the room with Hayden when it happened on another project called Enron Token, which you might not be surprised to realize I've also covered in another video. Just introduce yourself real quick for everyone who doesn't know you.
I'm the founder of DeFi Tuna. We're just providing leverage for liquidity providers. That's pretty much us. So I was part of the Enron project launch. I come in, there's this hookah bar where everyone's smoking hookah. And I see on the far end, there's a bodyguard and their whole...
This shit is so crazy now. We're saying like these launches, like there's something to it. Like you need to have some great coding experience to launch a meme coin. I'm looking at videos on YouTube of guys launching a meme coin in 2 minutes and then rugging it in a 10-minute video total. It's like such chaos right now.
Family sitting down, Gideon, Hayden, across is Dr. Tom, daughters and his sons, and they're all about to launch Enron. They have like 10 minutes before the launch, they all have snipers ready with a contract address on the snipers. Sniper bots. They're like all waiting. They're all, you know, smoke coming out of their ears. They're all smoking like crazy on caffeine. The token launches and everyone's pressing. And the wonderful thing was this, you know, I'm looking at it and they're like, oh, somebody got just before us. And, you know, and everyone's just arguing between each other, but, you know, they all still got earlier and they're still in a plus, and they're like, you know, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, it's like a junkie house.
This interview was crazy. And remember, the guy we're talking about, this junkie house, is also the person who launched the president's wife's meme coin and then the Argentina's president's meme coin. It's insane.
Yeah,
in the case
crazy.
of the Melania coin specifically, side note, the co-founder of our whistleblower actually says he was ordered to like sell these coins, but, you know, do it in such a way where it's not illegal because no one will know.
And they were saying everything's legal, everything is good as long as nothing can be tracked. That was is one of the best liquidity providers that I know. I've seen or heard of. He understands at very deep level. You know, he's done an excellent job, but one thing that they kept against him is the fact that he didn't sell on the top, and he cost them millions of dollars. You know, up until even some recent discussions, like I have proof that they just keep bringing the subject up. Yeah, great, but he didn't sell. Melania cost us millions.
At the top.
Yeah.
At the top.
Need a high-quality AI voice like this for your content? Don't be stuck without the perfect...
That's right. Supposedly, this guy got berated for, you know, costing the millions of dollars by not selling at the tippity top. So, you know, I did ask Hayden about profiting from Melania token, and here's where we had a bit of a confusion on what exactly we meant by, like, did you swap it? Did you sell it? I didn't swap it. I just sold it.
There was no money made from the Melania team on any. We didn't take any liquidity out. Zero.
You said y'all didn't sell any liquidity, but I
didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap into single-sided. I didn't say there was no money sold. There's a difference between swapping the liquidity and selling liquidations. Those are two different things.
Okay, so y'all swapped. You didn't sell, or the other way around.
No, other way around. Other way around.
Sold, you didn't swap.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Two independent pieces of evidence from people who were on the inside.
He sold, or they sold, tokens that they held, but they didn't remove liquidity from the pool. So they could have removed, I guess they opened a liquidity pool. They could have removed liquidity from the pool and extracted more money from the trading pair, but they didn't. So that's Hayden's defense against this, is they've only sold loose tokens that they were holding. They didn't remove the liquidity.
Side of the Melania token, saying that Hayden and his team sniped tokens and wanted to dump for high profit secretly, while Hayden himself does admit that they, you know, sold, they just didn't swap. Of course, I also obtained insider texts from Hayden Davis and his team on another project, this one called Mates, where an insider asks the following, quote, you want continue pump or you want to distribute all Mates tokens ASAP, aka sell? Hayden replies, we are trying to max extract on this one. That max extraction supposedly led to 7,000 Solana, or roughly $1.3 million.
Wow.
And I do personally believe a lot of this is probably illegal. Whether it will be prosecuted, though, by our gutted regulators is another matter entirely. Right now, we seem to be in a race in America to deregulate cryptocurrency, meaning behavior like this is unlikely to ever be punished. For now, I just want to show people that these meme coins are deeply rigged financial vehicles for screwing regular people and transferring wealth to the top, to the insiders, and people like Hayden, they're everywhere in this industry. I should also mention, while I'm on the subject, by the way, that it's not only always the people themselves, it's also the platforms that sometimes are part of this. Platforms that launch meme coins obviously benefit from trading volume instead of price, meaning even if you lose, they make tons of money. And it's been a suspicion of a lot of people that some of them may play a role in some of these insider launches. Today, though, we got a little bit of evidence. In my investigations, one platform kept coming up, Meteora. They launched Trump Coin, Melania Coin, Libra, and many others on their platform. And they were crucial to giving Hayden Davis tons of business through his company Kelsier. Meteora's CEO Ben Chow describes it as, I do know the Kelsier team well.
This is Meteor is new to me too. I haven't heard. I heard about them on Twitter. This is stuff I'm hearing. I don't know the story
they
yet.
were confronted about the fact that Kelsier and Hayden were sniping their own tokens, and Ben said, well, he had no idea. He's shocked by it. This clip is a little long, but it's worth it.
Kelsier is very much affiliated with M3 and with everything. You know, it's very close. To be there and just see how. Sorry, but
Wait,
like
so,
they make...
actually no. Please tell me, because actually I don't know this.
Like I'm sitting down and I'm seeing, and everyone's got their phone. Everyone knows the contract address. Like Gideon, Hayden, Dr. Tom. Everyone's sitting at the table, and they're all with their phones. They all have snipe bots ready. They all have all the CA.
They're all sniping it. It's them sniping.
But Ben, it's not only that. There is even. I'm 100% sure that it's also Jake involved. Everyone's involved. I'm sure the influencers involved. Look.
Me. Oh my God.
And like there are people that bypass them, like do it faster than them, and it's like look, the whole thing just looks rotten to the very core.
Yeah, I really don't know if this guy is genuinely reacting or this is like some kind of Oscar award.
Sounds freaking fake to me. Why would you not think these people are going to try to make a shit ton of money when they can easily try to make a shit ton of money? It's obvious.
Winning performance. Like, what? No way. I had no idea. The people I've been handing business to have been sniping our own tokens. No idea. Meanwhile, I asked Hayden directly if Bin Chao would have known these snipes were happening. He responded, quote, I would say he wouldn't have been surprised, but he wouldn't have been involved. Now, that's interesting, and if it's true, it would mean that Bin's shocked reaction to this project sniping itself would be a little hard to believe. Meanwhile, by the way, Hayden Davis also doesn't really take credit for some of this. He implies that the Melania team itself was part of the reason they decided to snipe the coin. Were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
Yes.
Look,
dude.
I think that I told you like beforehand before this started. I'm happy to share the truth, but you're asking a question that's it's just I'll answer, but it's factually going to put me into a lot of danger, which is fine. I'll answer. I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's.
Jeez.
So let me get this straight. Bin Chao has no idea. It wasn't Hayden's idea. Can the real sniper please stand up? All of these people just deny. Either way, though, Bin Chao agreed that the Libra situation in particular was so bad that he would have to step down from the company, regardless of whether he knew, because he called it SBF level, as in Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX.
This is like 200, this is FTX type of
Fucking hell, man. I feel sick. I feel so sick, man. Holy shit. I feel really sick. Oh my god.
This is like Doc One or what's his name type of money. I mean,
This is SBF level, man. I feel so sick. Because I gave him Melania. I didn't know he was a rugger. I feel so sick. I feel like I'm super exposed too.
If this is genuine from this guy, just assume everyone in crypto is a scammer. That's always the best strategy. Assume it's all a scam. You assume everyone is trying to steal your money at every second. You don't click on any links. You don't click on anything anyone sends to you. Like, just none of that shit, man. If you've been in crypto long enough, hopefully you know that already. And if you're new, learn that quickly. People are always trying to steal your money.
Because I enabled a guy I should not have enabled. I'm gonna have to step down.
You know, I do have to agree with Bin Chao here. This is starting to make me feel sick too.
So what I do is I work online and I travel full time, but I don't have an online business. I'm not a freelancer. I don't do stock trading. I don't do any of that.
Not because my platform enabled millions of dollars to be, quote, max extracted from retail, but because most people buying these coins have no idea how corrupt these launches are. With manipulative market making, sniping insiders selling, the deck is just totally stacked against you as a regular person. But don't take my word for it. Hayden, the guy we've been talking to, who literally runs these things, agrees.
It is an insider's game. This is an unregulated casino. Like, if you're a retail trader thinking you're gonna go make millions off of meme coins, you better study your off.
Well, honestly, I do appreciate his honesty. It's an insider's game, and as the saying goes, it's a big club, and you're not in it.
But if we know that, and if that's truth, and that's clearly communicated, and people still decide to jump into new meme coins and try to trade them and do the meme coin casino, is there anything wrong with that? I mean, I like deregulation. I do. I'm a freedom first kind of person. And if people know they're going to a casino and they know there are chances are to losing, and they still choose to go in and drop their $20 or $50 or 5,000, whatever their number is, like, I think they should be allowed to do that.
Of that, by the way, There was one person so far who has been refunded their losses in this whole debacle. Dave Portnoy. Dave was going to do an insider deal with Libra token.
Oh my God. I got to show you one thing. My favorite thing ever. Where's this? This video with Dave Portnoy. Oh my God. Was that amazing? Oh, look, some fantastic memes. This, holy crap. I like mustaches and muscles. I like to touch, but when they bubble, no, we're not triplets, we are a couple. Whoever made this, he did a great job. And I know Dave Portnoy must hate it so much. Okay, that was fantastic. You should watch that another time. Fantastic.
For free tokens where he tweeted about the coin. That deal was canceled though because Hayden told him basically not to tell anyone about the free coins, and Dave disagreed with that. But Dave did put $5 million of his own dollars in the coin in the hopes of obviously.
If I interrupted that, Dave Portnoy was sent free coins, and then he was going to keep them and buy more and say, "Hey, I got these coins," but he wasn't allowed to say he got them, so he returned the coins and bought his
money
own.
Like everyone else. But when the coin crashed, he lost almost everything. Behind the scenes, though, Dave got bailed out. Hayden Davis gave him his money back, which Dave has admitted publicly.
Wow.
So I guess, you know, for the big traders who are celebrities, they get their money back, roughly $5 million back, because I guess they're real victims. But refunding everyone who lost money, that's an insane idea.
Whether I refund people, they're still going to be pissed, right? Refund people on a meme coin, which sounds insane.
Yeah, that is
or
insane.
I inject back. People are going to be mad either way.
Instead, the current plan is to once again dump the money back in the chart, which will disproportionately benefit insiders who know the timing. And what about Javier Milei? Can't forget about him. The president of Argentina is currently facing charges of fraud from the opposition party and threats of impeachment. Today, Milei finally addressed the Libra token and said the following.
Falso, yo difundí.
I broadcasted it, I didn't recommend it, I didn't promote it. The reality is, if you go to the casino and lose money, what is the claim? It is about 5,000 people. And surely the chance that they are Argentinians is very remote.
Argentinos es muy, muy remota.
Well, there you go. Pretty much your standard denial. I didn't do it, and if I did, they deserved it. And if they didn't deserve it, well, they weren't Argentinian anyways. One thing I will be clear about, though, is that all of the insiders I've spoken to so far claim that Milei himself made no money from this project. It was these other people who had access that were selling access to him. Whether you believe that is another matter entirely. But what is abundantly clear is that this was a massive failure for Argentina as a whole. It's an embarrassing situation where Milei allowed a 26-year-old to collect $100 million off his name, purporting to be for small businesses. And that same person...
Could you imagine these young kids, man, in the 20s making millions and millions of dollars? That would be so stressful. It would be so exciting, but then, like, it'd just be pretty freaking hard to handle that much money.
Snipe the coin as well.
When it comes that
Melania's
fast
coin,
to you.
Enron, and many others. Or his team did, or a team told him to. It's so far unclear, but the sniping itself is uncontested, as testified by Hayden Davis himself and an insider who was in the room. In the aftermath, there are possible impeachments, people possibly stepping down from their company, and millions of dollars in damages. And that is the story of the Argentinian meme coin disaster.
That's interesting. The guy from Meteor quit. The guy that was on the computer, you just heard his voice. Okay. I control that. Send money is this when he signs whatever stain he does. Okay. Well, that was kind of good. Whoa, not like that. Yeah, man, I don't play the meme coin casino. If you want to, keep doing it. Like, I think this is a good moment in meme coins, honestly. I understand trying to play the pump fun game and trying to hit these 2x's, 3x's in a couple of seconds. And there's definitely skills and techniques that you can learn to improve your chances. And if you want to do that, go for it. But it is high risk. Just don't be bitching if you lose money. And it really will take over your life. You just have to watch the freaking computer every second of the day. So, if you want to do it and it's working for you, great. I don't recommend it for people at all. But I do think after this crash we've had, especially this really hard dumps and memes, it's good. It clears out everything. And I really believe the future is just with cult meme coins. I think that's what's going to pump again. Of course, there's this gambling shit is always going to happen. There's always a market for it, and that's fine. You know, people want to do it, do it. But I really I'm all in on the cult meme coins, and of course I'm all in on Most Elegant Monkey Ever. I think it's the best meme coin there is. I think it is a cult coin that is pre-pumped. So for me, it's the best financial risk or investment you can make right now. Although it's not financial advice, it's just my opinion. But you know, if I just in transparency, I guess, or maybe not a recommendation, but if Most Elegant Monkey Ever didn't click with you, I would just look for another cult coin that worked. If I wasn't a believer in meme, I would probably look at Giga. I think that's probably the best second choice for me in terms of coins. Although, I mean, it dumped freaking hard. SPX, I don't really love it. I think it's going to do well, but I don't think it's going to be the #1 meme coin. I don't think it connects with enough people. I think this flip the stock market narrative is cool and funny, but it only works for a certain crowd. It doesn't work for as many people as like Doge would work for. Just something, an animal that they can relate to. So SPX is not at the top of my list for me. I think probably right now entries, if you were just looking for a swing trade like Fart Coin, Peanut, and the other one I was looking at, I don't remember. Probably Fart and Peanut are what I'm looking at the most right now in terms of swing trades. But in terms of hold and believe, of course, Most Elegant Monkey Ever is my favorite token of all time, at least for memes. And yeah, I guess that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. If I missed something, let me know. If there's a coin you want me to check out, let me know. Till next time, stay elegant.